everyone. My name's Hope. I'm super excited to be here today. Thank you all for joining.
First CSO International Alumni Kickoff. I am right away going to turn this over to the CSO International alum that have put this together. And I want to thank them very much for all the hard work they've done.
Hi, everyone. I'm CSO Mackenzie. I am a CSO alum from Michigan. I was a CSO my junior and senior years in high school, and now I go to Concordia University, Chicago. A lot of people have been working behind the scenes to put this together, so we're really excited for you guys to see what we've been working on and to see what's going to come out of this program. There are people here from Arizona, Oregon, Texas, Sonora, Mexico, Kuwait, Michigan, like all over the place. So we're super excited to have you all here. There's a good chance you all don't know each other, so there'll be time for introductions later. But first, I'd like to introduce the CSO International Director of Student Success, Kelly.
Hi, everybody. Most of you, I think most of you know me, at least for like a minute. Some of you a little bit more because I either came to your LTI or I was leading your LTI here in Arizona when I first started as the Arizona lead. So when I first started, I met Megan Smith. So I don't know how many of you have had the opportunity to meet Megan. I know Mackenzie has. Mackenzie and Emily, we were in DC for a couple of different conferences, and she's just incredible. She's the biggest cheerleader. And for those of you that have been in the program back in, before I arrived, she was at, the initial Leadership Training Institute. Well, I met her and she took me to Boston and put me on stage in front of thousands of students. And I was just as empowered as the CSOs. Like I mentioned, we saw her again in DC, and this is one of my favorite colorful pictures because it represents the Oregon, Arizona, and Michigan CSOs that I had the chance to work with, and just incredible opportunity to be traveling with students. Then we made friends in other locations. We got connected with the DRL, the Drone Racing League, and not only did they have a huge event here in Arizona, but then they also had me out to Austin, Texas to see the drone racing competitions. Pretty cool friends, I would say. Then companies are starting to get involved with CSOs like Iron Mountain. They donated 100 Chromebooks to the Arizona CSOs to give one, get one. So we've been handing those out here in the last month to students who would benefit from having an extra device during this COVID virtual learning opportunity. So congratulations to you for getting out of school before that craziness hit. I've also had the chance to grow the program. When I started, it was itty bitty piece in Southern Oregon, a small piece in Great Lakes Bay, Michigan, and Kuwait. And so I have been all over. As you know, we've grown to 9 states and 3 other countries. I just talked to American Samoa yesterday. We went to India with a CSO from Arizona, CSO Prisha. We taught 300 students STEM. It's an incredible journey. In my 2.5 short years with the CSO program, I feel like CSO International is really becoming a global network. So to keep you involved, we have established CSO International Alumni because you have been CSOs. I have not. I'm just the lucky adult that gets to work with all of you. So imagine mentoring the CSOs and then staying connected, because everybody we're connected to, you deserve to be connected to as well. And then, of course, my favorite opportunity that I was able to create was the international summits in Washington, D.C. We've had 2. I'm really bummed that maybe it's not going to be the 3rd annual this year, but meeting some of you in Washington, D.C. and hanging out, the first year was kind of crazy, but we got to see and do so many different things. And the students stuck with me, so did the adults. Some not so much. They were like, oh my gosh, Kelly's crazy. But my craziness led to a second opportunity that was even better. And the idea that bringing students from other regions, not only to Arizona for the Leadership Training Institute, but to the International Summit in DC and get to go to the Hill, go to the White House, meet with your elected officials, engage, go to the DIA, right, where students are not allowed. I had top secret clearance. And so the idea of taking you into places where normal, regular, everyday people don't get to go in, and you guys got to meet the chief of staff, the deputy director, like these are big deal. And I'm just super excited to be part of it. And the only reason I'm on today is to tell you that I want you to stay connected. So, and my name is Kelly Green. I am the Director of Student Success, and I just love that title. It's so much fun, and that can mean anything. And as you continue on your journey, just continue to reach back. I'm just an email away, kelly@chiefscienceofficers.org, and they're going to talk a little bit about staying connected too. So thanks for having me on. Congratulations to Emily, Mackenzie, and Andrea and the team. I know Hope and Jacob and your biggest cheerleaders about getting this off the ground, and it's exciting to see everybody online today. So hi, congratulations.
All right, now will be time for some introductions. So there's only about 15 of us on the call today, so that's enough time for each of us to individually introduce ourselves. So we're gonna go down the list of like the people I see on my screen just to keep it kind of organized. And you're just going to unmute yourself and say your name, your region, like what region you're from, your future plans, what college you're going to, your major, etc. And then if you put your cups in your cupboard upside down or right side up, apparently there's a lot of people who do it both ways, and I know that. So I'll go first. My name is Mackenzie. I am from the Great Lakes Bay region in Michigan. I currently go to Concordia University, Chicago, studying Christian ministry. And I put my cups in the cupboard upside down. So Andrea, how about you?
Hi, my name is Andrea. I'm from Sonora's region. I'm about to go into university to the Universidad de Sonora, Unison. And I don't know if that's a me thing, but I don't use cupboards.
Okay. Where do you put your cups?
On the table?
Oh, okay. How about you, Emily?
Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I'm also from the Great Lakes Bay region in Michigan. I attend Saginaw Valley State University studying biochemistry, and I put mine upside down as well.
Kelly, I know you already introduced yourself, but how do you put your cups in the cupboard?
Definitely down. You don't want bugs crawling in there or like
There you
flies
go.
or anything. Yeah, definitely cup down. Great question. I love it.
Thanks. Next up, we have Freya. Am I saying that right?
Yes. My name is Freya. I'm from Arizona. I'm going to be headed to the University of Arizona for neuroscience. And I guess I'm the only one who puts them right side up. Like, I thought this was the standard, but like my worldview has been shaken. So,
Hey.
it's like,
Hi, Hannah. Nice to meet you. What about you?
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah Bartels. I'm from the Great Lakes Bay region as well. I'm currently at the University of Michigan studying chemistry, and I'm definitely an upside down cup person because of dust and bugs. Yeah, I agree.
Hi, Hope. What about you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Hope Parker, and I work for CSO International. So you've seen some emails come from me for the invites. I'm super excited to be here. My future plans are to continue working with you all and grow the Alumni Association and the board and have great events and networking and professional opportunities for you. Cups definitely down, although I never really thought about why until this question, and I was thinking it must be for the dust and bugs or just because that's what my parents always taught me. So I'm not sure, but excited to be here.
Awesome. Jared?
Hi, my name is Jared. I'm from the Great Lakes Bay region as well in Michigan. I attend the University of Michigan studying chemistry, and I definitely put my cups down, as well as pots and pans. I don't know if I'm the only one who does that, but I'll put those down as well. So
I've never heard of that, but that's pretty cool. Next up, we have Nathalie?
Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm from Sonora, Mexico, and I study international trade and Sonora State University. And I put my cups upside down.
Awesome. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. Jake from Michigan.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jake from Michigan, and I'm living my future plans right now. Obviously, I'm from Michigan, but I travel all over the world, which is awesome because I'm the Director of Global Partnerships for Chief Science Officers International. And cups upside down or right side up, well, when I wash them, it's whatever way I'm holding them when I put them in the, there's no rhyme or reason to my cupboard. I will just say that. They're lucky to get washed. That's what it is.
There you go. Yeah. Next up, we have Caitlin.
Hi, my name's Caitlin, and I'm from Arizona. I plan to attend Arizona State University to study biomedical sciences, and my cups go upside down too.
There we go. CSO Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. I'm from Arizona. I'm going to be an incoming freshman at the University of Arizona. I'm studying computer engineering, and I put my cups right side up. Like, that's just how I've done it. I don't know. I never knew you could put them right side, upside down. So, yeah.
Armando.
Hello, I'm Armando. I am from Sonora, and I'm going into mechatronics in the University of Sonora, and I am a ready setup person for the cups.
There you go. Justin.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, my name is Justin Green. I'm from the Arizona region. I plan on attending Arizona State University. My major will be astronautical engineering.
Nice.
And I do upside down for my cups.
Awesome. And Ashley, I think that's our last person.
Hi, I'm from Sonora, Mexico, and I'm gonna attend Instituto Tecnológico Autónomo de México. It's called ITAM, and I will study finance and economics, and I put my cups upside down.
Cool. Did I miss anyone? Is that everyone on the call who got a chance to tell us about them? Awesome. Well, if that was everyone, it was great to hear from you guys. Honestly, I thought I was the only one who put my cups upside down, so thank you for letting me know I'm not alone. Yeah, I think next we have Jake, if I'm not mistaken.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Jake Lounsbury, the Director of apparently international programs as well. That's my, I am the Jake of all trades, right? So I am blessed with telling you guys about the CSO International Program Overview and how we are growing. Now, Kelly covered a big section of this, so repeating it doesn't really need to be done, but I do want to talk about the fact that the program continues to grow and is getting very, very exciting. Right now, beyond the states that we are already in, we're in talks with Louisiana, and they're getting ready to start a statewide initiative, which is very exciting. We are looking to expand through Kenya and expand through the Middle East. And then right now, the big excitement is in Mexico, we are getting ready to add 4 new states. And this is a really big deal because the partnership that has come from the group with Sonora allowed us to translate all of the curriculum already over, and it's made it so much smoother. And I know you in Mexico know Gabby, but Gabby has been an instrumental role. So when you see her, make sure you all give her a thumbs up because she's been very helpful in this process. So as the program grows, we are always looking forward to the connection we have with all of our students. And that was one of the reasons we started the CSO Alumni Program, like Kelly said. I would like to bring it all to your attention as we grow throughout, whether you're in Chicago, because Mackenzie knows we're getting ready to go Chicago, or you've moved somewhere else. And as we grow, those opportunities for the alumni to interact with the CSOs in those new regions and help make that program successful will always be there. So I'm really glad to see all of you on. It's very exciting for me. And I look forward to, Michigan's growing too. I could go on and on with all the places that are growing. Pennsylvania's getting ready to grow, but like I said, Kelly covered it all. I could go on for hours. But thank you again very much for coming. And I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Everyone, I'm going to go ahead and take it over. CSO Dom, who's from Arizona, she just started a new job yesterday, so she wasn't able to join us today, so I told her I'd do her part for her. But what we wanted to do is just give you a little bit of an overview of the alumni program, the Alumni Association, what we're hoping to do moving forward. So we really appreciate that all of you filled out that form that we sent out, and gathering that form was really critical information for us, so we know how to build this program for you. So this program isn't really for Kelly, Jake, or myself. It is for CSO alum to stay connected and really be a platform that you all want to use. So why did we start the CSO International Alumni Association, right? So I just kind of covered that a little bit, but this is a platform for CSO alum to stay connected, both through three different ways: engaging and networking with one another, professional development, and volunteering. Those were the things that we heard time and time again from CSOs in the program about what they enjoyed about it and what they wanted to see continue on. And so when you filled out that form, you talked about multiple different ways you'd like to volunteer, right? So maybe you want to mentor other CSOs that are still in the program. Maybe you want to help with action plans. Maybe you want to do social media for CSO International, maybe whatever. There was a long list of that. So really tapping into those ways that you want to give back and volunteer and stay connected. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the infrastructure of opportunities. So this CSO International Alumni Association is the broad group, right? So we'll have people from all over the world, from all the, within the US, Mexico, Kuwait, Kenya, so on and so forth. So this is really that global association. So there'll be opportunities for you as a bigger group to participate. So we will be putting on professional development series, we'll be putting on networking opportunities, and we'll also have volunteering opportunities at a broad level, right? So you might be working with students from a completely different region than where you are from. So that's kind of the international piece. But on top of that, all that data that we collected, and I'll share with you that what that looks like in a minute, we'll be sharing that with your regional leads, your cabinet coordinators, and your site advisors. And they'll be able to look at that information and say, oh, how cool, Jared signed up to be a part of professional development and he wants to volunteer in X, Y, and Z. And then they will reach out to Jared specifically and say, hey, Jared, did you know that at our region, cabinet, or site, we have these things going on? Would you mind coming to one of our cabinet meetings and helping us out? Right? Or we have this student who has an action plan much like yours. Would you mind mentoring them a little bit? Or whatever it is that you signed up for. So there'll be this kind of broad portion with the CSO International, and then there will be specific things that are targeted towards your region, cabinet, or state. So you might see communication from CSO International about opportunities, but also be aware that you will be reached out to by your region, cabinet, or site. Okay, so here are some ways in which you'll be able to engage. I talked a little bit about these, but we will be creating a Google Classroom for alumni. So much like when you were a CSO, you had a Google Classroom, but this will be a way for you all to interact with one another, chat with one another. We can post opportunities in there for you, much like you did when you were a CSO, but it'll be our hub. We'll also send things just to your email because we understand going into multiple things can be challenging, but this is a great way for you to connect. So for example, maybe Mackenzie and Hannah happen to be in the same region and they didn't realize it. They're like, oh my gosh, we're both in the same region, how cool. Do you want to get together for coffee and chat or whatever, right? So it's a way for you to kind of network within each other and see where everybody is from and connect that way. As I mentioned, we'll have networking and professional development events for you. Andrea's going to talk about that in just a little bit. We really want to understand what it is that you want from us, right? So what kind of professional development activities would you like? What kind of networking events would you like? So Kelly, Jake, myself, and you all have a huge network, right? Which is awesome. So there's lots of opportunity to bring that network into the Alumni Association and help grow you how you want that to look. And then I talked about volunteering, right? Again, those opportunities to give back in multiple different ways, whether it's social media, whether it's mentoring, helping us with leadership, training institutes, whatever that looks like, right? So there'll be lots of those opportunities. And then the advisory board. So the advisory board right now consists of Andrea and Emily and Mackenzie and Dom, Caillou, Abdullah, and I think that was it. I think I covered them all. If I missed anybody, somebody let me know. Excuse me, but we'll be asking for more people to join that. So when you filled out that form, it kind of told you how to apply to be a part of that board. And I think, Kelly, if you go to the next slide, I think I reviewed it there. Oh, not yet, but I'll get there. So so one of the things that I shared a little bit about is that we'll be able, when you fill that form out, we'll be able to see and capture what it is that you put on that form. And so Kelly has been working incredibly hard to create a portal. And so the portal is for CSOs, but she was awesome. And we said, hey, Kelly, can we have an alumni portal too? And she was like, sure. You know, the motto is don't just hope it happens, make it happen, right? So she did. She made it happen, which was awesome. And so what happens is when you fill out that form, we have a portal as CSO International, regional cabinet sites, and also as the association. We can go in and see what everybody is signed up for. So we can see over here, right, who all the alumni are, where they're from, so on and so forth. And then we can see what that alumni is doing, their action plans that they've done. So that'll pull in from before. So maybe we want to pair up Freya and somebody else, right, who had the same action plan. So we're able to see that. Now, participants aren't able to see this, but CSO International, regional, cabinet, and sites can all see this. And this is how they're going to contact you, right? So this has made life, I think we should all send Kelly like roses or, you know, cheese sticks. She loves cheese sticks and tomatoes. So we'll send her cheese sticks and tomatoes for creating this, because it definitely makes life much easier for us to communicate with you and keep you engaged. We're not managing a bunch of emails and spreadsheets. So we're really excited about that. And then on the next slide is this idea of, well, I'll just tell you, because I don't know why it's not showing up on this set of slides, but I will drop the criteria here in a second in the chat. But if you want to be a part of the leadership team, we extended that date till September 1st, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But you're going to email the following to Jake. So you can do a letter of recommendation from your lead, your cabinet coordinator, or an advisor. We understand that some of you may not have been in touch with your regional lead or your cabinet coordinator, so maybe it's your advisor. And then you'll have a statement of interest. So you could do a video if that's your gig, or you can write something. But why do you want to be a part of the leadership group? And what about the CSO program, or what the CSO program meant to you during your time? And then an overview of your action plan.
All right, so now that we all know a little bit more about the program and what we actually want to do with it, I'd like to hear some ideas from all of you to know what you guys are most excited about, what sounds interesting to you, because this program is really meant for the alumni to help you guys with your next career steps, volunteer, get connected with the old or the current CSOs. So if you guys want to unmute yourselves, let me know what you guys really are interested in and excited to start doing, especially when it comes to professional development, because we want to cater these opportunities to you and help you guys as much as we can.
Hey, hi. I was particularly looking forward to being able to mentor other CSOs. One of my favorite parts about our regional meetups was being able to meet newer CSOs, and if they often had a similar plan to mine, it was nice to swap ideas. And I also thought it would be interesting, especially since I think now, at least I'm 18 now, and a lot of other people are aging up. We have a little more freedom to like use our full names and use things that might be easier for us to coordinate projects together or with other organizations. So I think it would be nice to take advantage of that.
I think it would be cool to do like maybe like mock interview, like maybe that could be one of the programs that we have, slash like resume building, because I know like a lot of our schools probably have like areas on campus where we can go and like have people help us with our resumes, but we don't always have that experience with like mock interviews. So that would be a cool thing to do.
Speaking of that, for Michigan in particular, we're actually working on pairing each alum with a mentor in the region within their career field, and that's going to be one of the things we're looking into. So if we could bring that internationally, I think that'd be a really cool idea.
At least for our region, I have heard that people wanted to still be helping on the LTIs. So that will be one plus all the alumni wanted to be part on.
I'm definitely interested in practicing more soft skills and like leadership trainings or professional development. I also thought it'd be cool, like if we could get some network events, like with some of the companies that are involved with CSO and CSO International, just since we're all going into like our undergraduate, and it's good to reach out for like internships or possible job opportunities. I think also being a STEM focused organization, soft skills like, oh, I just forgot the name of it. Abstract, that's the word, for abstract writings and poster presentations, things like that. Just getting more skills in the presentation sense as well, and writing.
I'm so excited you just said that, Hannah, because TGen here in Arizona, one of their scientists, I just was on a call with them yesterday or the day before, they were talking about doing a training for poster presentation. So real scientists presenting their work.
Freya, did you have something?
Well, I wasn't sure whether it was like already being planned. So basically, since I'm like moving regions like for college, like not this semester, thanks to things, but possibly next semester. So I started talking with some organizations there because I knew some people. And so I was wondering whether alum would be, well, not allowed, but if alum were running projects, would they be associated with CSO if we were coordinating with other CSOs or potentially growing more CSOs in a region? Like, is that a thing?
Kelly's giving you a big thumbs up and a giant smile. So I'm going to say, yeah. I think that's a great idea.
It's kind of what Jake was alluding to, is that we absolutely want Mackenzie to hopefully start Chicago. We have new connections at Chicago Public Schools. And so once they get a little bit more comfortable, I'm going to say, and now meet Mackenzie. She's local. And CSO Caillou, who's not on the call right now, similar idea when he went to Pennsylvania, because he went to Carnegie Mellon, and Pittsburgh was getting ready and Central PA was getting ready to start. So absolutely, please stay involved that way. We would love to continue to grow organically like that, because you have something you're taking with you that you can offer the community.
And it's one of those things, like Kelly said, I alluded to it, and I apologize, I didn't do a very good job there. Like, the program has grown again organically. If Kelly talks about India, that was the CSO that brought us to India. And that's a really big deal. So it's those type of interactions where you've lived the experience and understand what it is. When you're on your university campus and things like that in class, and a professor's like, man, I wish we could do something like this. You can say, aha, I have. And by the way, I know who you can talk to. So it's one of those steps that's really awesome to watch. And I love being a part of it. So yeah, feel free.
All right, I think we have a good idea for what we want for our next meeting to be. So I'll turn it over to Andrea now.
Hi, I'm CSO Andrea, as you might all know. And I have to specify something. I thought we were talking about cup holders, not cupboards. That's why I said I didn't use them. But in that case, I flip them, I mix them so everything can be in that space. And can you please click onto the next slide? Okay, so I'm gonna be talking you over the next steps. We were thinking about our next meeting, so we were wondering about you guys if you wanted to have one meeting every week, one meeting every 2 weeks, one meeting every month or so. So if you might put it on the chat so we can know how about your schedules or something, I would really appreciate it. A lot of people are saying that on weekends, so if you are able to, please let us know. And also I'm seeing a lot of every 2 weeks, so that's a good thing. Also, maybe in the morning or in the afternoon. I know maybe it's hard to get up this early, but it's okay. This is why we're doing it, so we can know what's best for all of us. And also, I think we already mentioned that the deadline to apply for the advisory board is on September 1st of this year. And you have to send an email, if I am not mistaken, to Jake from Michigan, that you can take him right there. Also, on that email, you have to have a letter from your cabinet coordinator or an advisor. Why you want to be on the advisory board of the CSO alumni, and what was your experience when you were a CSO? Jake just dropped his email on the chat, so if you're interested, please copy it and make sure you save it. It's also on the form, so you might find it easier. Oh, if you're seeing the slides, those are the steps. When you're interested in being part of the leadership group, what the CSO program meant to you during your time, and overview of your action plans. Kelly is telling us to remember the time zones if we include Kenya and Kuwait. 9 a.m. in Arizona times works well for them. It's like 12 hours. I really wanted to ask what year they were in the program. Like, I was on from 2017, 2018, but the LTIs and the whole program has been really changing. So I would really like to know if they were involved or they don't know what's going on.
Well, first on my screen, I have Andrea. I know you already told us when you participated, but what's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory would be last year when we came back from the Arizona LTI, and I recorded this video talking about what the program meant to me. And I posted it, and I didn't have in my mind what Kelly would do with it. So next time I go to Arizona and all the kids go like, "You're the girl on the screen." And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So that's probably my favorite memory.
I watched that video too. Yeah, it was really good. Next up on my screen is me.
Wait. I want to share an anecdote about that really quick. I show Andrea's video all the time when I talk to new regions and what it means, because it is very powerful, because she did that on her own. I showed it to the Undersecretary of Education for all of Mexico, a lady named Yolo, and she was very businesslike and in charge. And when she saw Andrea's video, she had to get Kleenex to wipe the tears out of her eyes because it was so awesome.
Congrats, Andrea. That's a really good video. I really enjoy it. So I was a part of the CSO program, the 2017-2018 school year, and then 2018-2019 school year. And I would say my favorite part, okay, so I have two. I have like a goofy one and then like a, my favorite part was my action plan my senior year. We did a teen science cafe, and that was my first time ever planning anything like that. And I was expecting it to be kind of awful and like no one to show up. But our goal was to have 50 students, and we had 53 students, and then a lot of their parents stayed, and a lot of their teachers stayed too. So that was really awesome, and that was just like a huge moment for me. Very proud. And then also on our way home from the CSO International Summit, the first one, I got a little goofy in an airport, so that was really cool too. Yeah, but next up I have Kelly. I don't know if you have like a memory you want to share, or
I have a lot too, Andrea and Mackenzie, but I would say my favorite memory would be get in the van in DC, because we were going to be late to NSF, but we wanted to go take our funny video with the Einstein wigs that I got from Amazon, because your teacher said, Kelly, you're not crazy, totally do it. So I ordered 25 Einstein wigs from Amazon while we were in DC. They showed up at the hotel, and we got in the van and we drove to the Einstein statue. They all put them on. And then I was like, cool, now get in the van. Hurry up, we gotta go. So
That was hilarious. Yeah, it was really fun. Next up, I have Freya. So what years were you a part of the program, your favorite memory, and then do you have any questions for us?
So I was in the program from 2018 to 2019, and this year, so 2019 to 2020. And I think my favorite memory was, I think, going to my first LTI, because like I had an idea that I wanted to do prior to coming to my LTI. I had wanted to do like a STEM program at my school, and I just didn't like have the support and like the confidence I needed to do it. So I think it was really impactful, like my first time to like feel connected to a larger group, even if I wasn't like talking to these people every day or even like requiring much of them, just to know that I had that support. And then when I went back to talk to my principal and went back to talk to my office, that really made a big difference in me being able to accomplish my action plan.
Awesome. Wow. Hannah, what year were you a part of the program, your favorite memory, and then do you have any questions for us?
Okay, so I was a senior when it first started in the Great Lakes Bay region. So I was just a CSO from 2017 to 2018. Yep. And then one of my favorite memories, it doesn't really have to do with CSO specifically, but just the networking in general and meeting so many different people from different schools was really interesting and cool. Because one time I was eating breakfast in my dining hall here at the University of Michigan, and some guy just walked up to me and was like, Hannah, and he was a CSO in the GLBR region as well. And so we just got to connect and catch up, which was really cool, because we didn't know, because we weren't from the same school, things like that. But just the fact that at a school of 40,000 people, we saw each other one day in the dining hall eating breakfast. It was really cool.
Awesome. Natalie?
So I was in 2017, 2018, senior as well. For me, like the most like incredible thing is that even that we are from different parts, we kind of have like similar ideas to make action plans, and it doesn't matter like where you're from. The only thing that you want is more people get involved to science and learn about it. And example, I don't study nothing with science, but I love it. It's like more a hobby. So it's so incredible that at my school it's more into science rather than other careers. So it's cool like to see like this show things that I want to bring like little kids to see them, like their science, they're about like engineers and all that kind of stuff, networks. So it's so cool, and I want to bring little kids, but when we go back to school then, so I hope that will be one of my first action plans when we come back to school.
Awesome. Jared?
Yeah, so I was a chief science officer from 2017 through 2019. So I had 2 years as chief science officer. And I really enjoyed, especially my senior year, the cabinet meetings we went to. We went to a lot of different companies around the area. We also went to the Zilwaukee Bridge and learned a lot about bridge building, and also like how the bridge works, the history of it. And it was really cool just traveling around my region and seeing places I wouldn't normally be able to see and interact with people who are in, who are in STEM industries who I normally wouldn't have been able to connect with. And, I got to make connections with them along with my other fellow CSOs. And so it was just awesome being able to build those connections and see places around the region again that I wouldn't normally have been able to see without the program.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say, anytime I drive over the Zilwaukee Bridge, anyone in the car with me gets to find out that I was inside this bridge.
Yeah, me too.
Hear all about it. It's just so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who gets to say that? Like, I was inside of this giant bridge, right?
Right.
Ashley?
I just joined last year, 2019, 2020, and well, my favorite part was the training institute in Arizona. I met a lot of people around the world, and I like met all of you, because when I entered to CSO, I didn't know like what's gonna happen and what it was about. So I learned a lot, and I enjoy every moment.
Awesome. Hi, Abdullah. I just see that you just joined. We are just going around and telling everyone what year we were part of the program, our favorite memories, and then we're going through to see if anyone has any questions. So next up, we have CSO Ari.
Hi, I was only CSO for 1 year from 2019 to 2020, and my favorite memory by far was LTI, like just meeting people and just talking with them and having lunch with them. That was just amazing, and just talking was really cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Caitlin?
My memory, or I was a CSO for 2017, or no, 2018, 2019, and then 2019, 2020, so this past year. And my favorite memory was definitely just carrying out my action plan this past year. We had set up makerspace meetings with 3rd through 5th graders at a feeder school nearby. And so we were able to get in 3 meetings before like everything shut down. So I'm really hoping that this will continue like next year, hope virtually, if not in person, just so that we can grow our school district in the CSO program.
Hope, what years have you been a part of the program and what's your favorite memory so far?
So I've been a part of the CSO program probably for 2 years, partially in my role when I worked at Arizona State, and then formally for probably the last year, and really formally for the last 6 months. So that's a complex answer. But I think I've had lots of amazing memories, but one was when I did a training, we piloted level 2 training, LTI in Arizona, and that group of kids, I do something called DISC training, which I know some of you have taken. And we did this challenge, and usually I do it with adults and it takes them forever to accomplish this teamwork thing. And so we had done DISC, and then we went and did this competition where it sounds like they're supposed to like, compete against each other and kind of see who can win. And they all just stopped and they were like, wait, that's work as a team. And everybody just like came together and everybody kind of knew each other's role and part, and they got it done in like, it was like 67 seconds or something, literally the fastest I've ever seen that particular thing done. And I was like, I think I'm gonna cry, you guys are amazing. And it was just like, they all like, just to see the teamwork and understanding of one another was just awesome. So that was a good memory for me.
That's amazing. Emily, what about you?
I was part of the program for 17, 18, and 18, 19. And the best memories were probably both times I went to DC, especially the first when Michigan landed late because our plane was delayed like 4 hours. Everybody was already at NASA when we got there. And so Hudson and I had to hurry up, get dressed. We're running through the hotel, running through the train station. My heels were bleeding. It was a mess. I forgot my little subway card to get in. And once I got on the train, or the rail car, whatever they're called, I think it was Dom and Casey were both there, and they were the nicest people I'd ever met. It was my first time meeting anyone from the international team. They gave me Band-Aids to help my bleeding, and I don't know, that was kind of the start of the actual CSO program for me.
Oh, I love that. CSO has definitely taught me how to run in heels between running in airports and downtown. I'm an expert now, so that's pretty awesome.
I told you that DC trip was crazy, but you guys made it.
Jake,
those are just facts.
So my favorite part is really hard because I started in the program as a teacher in 2017, and some of you know the story, like the only reason I went was the teacher who was supposed to go decided he couldn't. So the whole fact that I'm here comes down to somebody had a bellyache. All right, so that's the serendipity of it all. I think that's one of the things, but I spent last year 3 months in Kuwait, and that was amazing, and I got to really learn that program, and Abdullah basically adopted me and made sure I understood and didn't get lost in Kuwait, so that was always awesome. But all of it has just been, I can't pick one particular moment. Washington, D.C., thank God I don't meals, but every time I see the CSOs like interact with somebody, because when I first started the program, I had the problem all adults do because they hired me to talk about the program, right? And I would start to speak, and then one of you would jump in. CSO Lauren, I remember the first time in Washington, I walked up to her with someone from a senator's office because she asked me to, and I went to say something, and she started talking, and I just went, which we all know, it's hard for me not to talk. So it was really awesome just to sit there and just watch it happen. But yeah, there's just been so many adventures. There's been rainstorms in the middle of kayaking trips and running through Washington, D.C. and forgotten IDs, and all those moments really accumulate to just an amazing adventure. Andrea dragging me around, what was it, the Aerospace Museum we went to that first time, Andrea? That was so awesome. They got these little tiny plastic helmets on. Yeah, there's just so many memories. So to pick one is impossible, but the whole journey, I think, is my favorite memory right now. It just continues to get better.
Awesome. What about you, Armando?
My favorite memory of them all. Well, I am a CSO from 2019, so last year I just entered, and I went to the training institute. So I almost didn't know anyone, but like the road trip, like going from here to Arizona, and the roommates that I had were pretty cool. And then the whole year there were a lot of experiences that I would probably never forget. So it was pretty cool.
Awesome. And then last but not least, we have Abdullah. So what years were you in the program? And then what is your favorite memory?
Hey, my favorite memory, it was the first time we went to DC. When we fly over to DC, me and one of my colleagues and Jake. So every 30 minutes in the airplane, Jake came over to check on us, and he didn't find us awake. He took pictures of us with a selfie. So finally, before we land, I went to Jake's seat and I found him asleep. So I took selfie with him and shared it to him. He was so confusing how I found him. And also, when we went to the White House, and when they start talking and how I talked to them in this office, I didn't thought I have the chance to talk. So yeah, that was so awesome.
Great. Thanks for sharing, everyone. It's really awesome to hear what everyone's, experience has been so far, because it's so different for everyone, So it's really great to hear all that from you guys.
Great, thanks, Mackenzie. And thank you all for sharing. That was, especially being somewhat new to the program, that was super fun for me to hear your experiences. And as you were telling your stories, I can actually visualize. Emily, I really could just see you like sprinting in like heels, in the blood. And yeah, so always super exciting. And Jared, the bridge, that sounds super cool. Hopefully I'll get to do that one day. So I know, does anybody have any questions or leadership team, anything that you want to close out with before we thank everyone? And then just a quick reminder, and then anybody else can speak. August 19th will be our next meeting at 9 a.m. Arizona time. And it'll be a professional development workshop. So we'll send out an invite to that. And also get some more CSO alum to fill out that form and be a part of the group. We would love to see more and more people on these calls. I'll send an email out just reminding you of the date for the next one, and I'll send the link to that form after we're done with the meeting so that you have it. And so we would love to have more people join us. So Kelly, Jake, leadership team, anything else before we thank everyone?
This was incredible. I skipped my other meeting to stay.
This really is, and I want to just one more time, hats off to the alumni team for putting it together. Stella and Emily and Mackenzie and Andrea did an excellent job. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Emily, Andrea, Mackenzie, Abdullah, anybody before we just sign off?
Thanks. It's been so great to see everyone. And then it's just awesome to see this program come to life. It's been something that I really wanted to do for a long time. And so to see it finally come to life and to see everyone a part of it is just really awesome. So thanks for being here.
And Freya, great question. So Kelly, anything beyond registering for the training tomorrow that they need to do? Just show up and be awesome?
Show up and be awesome. If you wanna be Caillou's supposed to be the keynote tomorrow, but I don't see him on here. So if anybody would like to be the keynote, you can plan 3 minutes like Mackenzie. She had some slides about her experience. So always have that in your back pocket because you never know. We might need you to be a keynote. So if you want to join Freya and you want to put a couple, a picture slide together and talk about your experience, what we just shared right now is perfect. That's what the CSOs want to hear, that you had fun. It wasn't like another thing they had to do. It should be a fun experience where you get to meet other people. And, Caitlin, you talked about your opportunity to do your action plan. Like, it should be rewarding. You should feel really good that you shared with those, 3rd through 5th graders. It's so awesome. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us again. We can't wait to see you on August 19th. And like I said, I'll send out the invitation for that. I'll send out the link to register on that form so you can send it to other CSO alum that you know. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Kelly, myself, Jake, or the leadership team. So thank you all. We appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Wow, so happy.
That was really good. Great job, guys.
Just so everybody knows, Andrea's, it's what, 9 a.m. there now, Andrea? 10 a.m.?
It's 10
Yeah,
a.m. right now.
10 a.m. But I woke up at 7.
She's on her 12th cup of coffee already.
Me too.
Yeah, but Andrea, I've seen your coffee cup. It's the size of a small bucket. So
Yeah,
it's a 12
yeah,
cup
it
of
is.
coffee.
It is kind of this big, but this is the second one.
Congratulations to Emily. I know you've been working really hard, and it's exciting that that's your job to build in Michigan, and now to really be a key stakeholder in the international alumni. I really appreciate all that you're doing and all the support, hope you've been giving to this group. I think it's really powerful to see what just happened, right? Like 6 months ago, even a year ago, I've been like, come on, Dom, let's do it. And now it's like, it's here.